Fovies on Benny?
That's what I'm thinking.
It could work.
Okay,
no,
no.
it's a Bruno.
It's a Bruno. I was thinking it was in the realm of possibility.
Bruno cutie, though.
Bruno cutie. You can say that.
All right. The fantasy is cool, but this is better. Like reality right here.
For RSG here, okay, I want to see a Paquito in the jungle instead, but then he'll have to deal with the Fovies. Just has to be careful. Because a Yu Zhong would look good for RSG in terms of just being able to access the Bruno. The problem is, if you're going to play a Yu Zhong here, if you're RSG, you might lack peeling for your backline. So they go ahead and play safe, and they play for sustain on the Uranus, which will experience problems, though, against the Bruno. But Bruno only, this might be a slightly friendlier game for the Uranus of Nats. But the thing is, do they have the right tools to just layer crowd control themselves? Because right now there's still a lot of crowd control on the side of Echo. Meanwhile, RSG, they're just gonna have to brute force it with fantastic discipline and execution, which they have shown in the past.
Dude, Nats wasn't friendly last game, so I'm guessing he's just gonna ride that wave.
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, but to be honest, they handled that Uranus pick just last game pretty well, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that is going to be an obstacle for Nats to overcome for this game, because the same thing could possibly happen here. And we do know exactly, even though Bruno doesn't get much competitive play, when he is locked in and it does get that early lead, the damage is there, right? And it is a big threat. Not only that, but just overall, both drafts actually looking pretty good here as we get ready to load up into game number 2, jumping into the land of Dawn. Again, Echo versus RSG Philippines.
In before, the way Echo drafted this lineup, they're also setting up for Plan B. This is a very, very backdoor-friendly lineup.
Yeah.
Look at it. The 4 dudes can actually fight while Benny Cutie goes up and commits shenanigans. It's possible.
Shenanigans might be the name of the game here. With lineups with multiple options of shenanigans, we might just see a lot of crazy things happen. Carl TZ, let's see if he's gonna go for the full damage build Julian, or the hybrid Julian, which does pop up from time to time, where you'll build a sustain item first and then go for a damage item next.
Yeah, there's the awesome value prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, you only have a couple seconds left. Don't forget the hashtags as well. Who's going to get more kills, Carl TZ or Demon Kite? Let us know in the chat below. And again, going just in the first couple minutes of this game, there's probably shouldn't be any early kills, but you can already see Yawi just kind of babysitting Benny Cutie here for now, right? Wants to give him as much of that safe start as possible, because when that first turtle does come up in about 40 seconds, that's where things are going to be crucial for both teams to start on the right foot. Either Echo or RSG Philippines, if they get that early kill and even objective, they can really play around for that. Now, the thing, too, is Nats being on this Uranus, it's a little bit harder to, I would say, your usefulness early on is push those lanes, cut those waves, kind of be a nuisance. Whereas when Sanford has this Phobius, there's a lot more you can actually do in terms of those early skirmishes, those early team fights.
Yeah, and that's a Phobius with a flame shot, by the way.
Yeah.
So RSG already have like a good amount of dashes. Meanwhile, Sanford can even pop off another extra pork of his proc of his demonic force.
So let's see. We're waiting for him to hit level 4. Already used up that flame shot. Demon Kite posturing up. Sanji with the pull. Shadow Stampede putting Aqua in danger. Black Shoes already popped up. And there's the demonic force. Here comes Yawi. Called Alter popped up with a wild charge. Demon Kite down for the count. Ding ding. That's the first knockdown. The first kill of the game. Clear Lord positioning here for Echo. What's Light doing?
I actually surprised myself that Demon Kite decided to go in. That was incredibly risky. They had info that the Cult Altar wasn't used yet. The change was already there. Yawi was way too close to the wall. Might have been a little bit too aggressive there for Demon Kite.
Yeah, surprised as well, you know, just given the information. And now it's, I mean, the turtle hasn't been taken yet, but already small decisions like that are obviously going to show face throughout the entirety of this early game to the mid game. Also, with Sanford getting that early kill, he is having that mystery shop. He's going to be able to play around with that.
Nats here playing with fire. There's a flame shot. Not enough damage on the Julian just yet, but look at this. It's a clean 4v4, leaving the marksmen to their own devices. Yawi lets him have health. Enhanced chains here. Oh, Benny! Goes and flickers forward. Takes down the Melissa. And now back into the turtle fight. Very low. A fourth of his health. Demonic force in. Demon Kite secures it. A knock up. And now Sanford just pressing that button. It's time to slam if you wanna jam. And they discreetly let go.
Okay, RSG being able to get a win there. They got the turtle. Echo got another kill. Still even Stevens here. RSG are getting a little bit more cautious right now in terms of the things that they want to do in the map and exactly what they need to do.
This is just scary because, as I was just saying about Sanford, you see how much tanking he can even do just since early on, but then you give a kill to Benny Cutie as well in this matchup versus Melissa. And as we've been saying constantly since yesterday, Melissa, if she falls behind, it's very tough to find that footing. So Light also just waiting patiently here. Aqua making his way. They could possibly find a play, but Echo, they know what's going on.
They got plans, bro. They want to punish Benny Cutie. They gave him too much space in game one. Now they're learning from that. But what's that mean for the rest of the map? There's been a lot of action up top, honestly. For the first 4 or 5 minutes of this game now, a lot of the kills, or at least the action, has been happening over there.
Yeah, and now Nats just looks like he was able to body Sanford in lane a little bit more aggressive with how he's dealing with the Phoveus in the EXP lane.
Deep.
Very deep cut, like he's not even on his side of the map. He's able to get a bit more gold there from the energy shield. So yeah, we're seeing it in lane, Nats is happy. In team fights, that's when the question and the situation changes for Uranus, and where a Phoveus would definitely be even more happier compared to that Uranus.
Again, I really like this interaction that we're going to be seeing throughout the game between Yawi on the Grok and then Sanford on the Phoveus, right? Either one of them can peel for the team. Any one of them can actually be that front line to tank a lot of the damage. And then again, you're layering it with a Cult Altar possibility here, right?
Oh, there's a Shadow Stampede forcing an early consecration. Now Nats is ultless, at least for this next engagement. Here we go. What's gonna happen? Sanford has both his ult and the flame shot. Nats deep in. Look at this, in this bush, forcing Sanji for the flicker. Demonic Force by Sanford. Catches one. Sanji already down. No Cult Altar for this team fight. Demon Guy knocked out once more, and they're still going. It's a 3v3. Oh no! Carl Dizzy chased out by Aqua and Nats. Light at half health. Sanford and Yaoi gonna try to collapse. Down on to Nats. There's an enhanced sword. And here comes Sanji's back. Look at Light. Cult Altar popped in already, but not much spent here. Oh, that's just a scramble. Nothing much for both teams.
Oh no, Nats might actually be Sanford!
Called it too soon. RSG stayed while the rest of Echo left.
And again, the power of a Uranus and a Lilia together, extended team fights. They thrive in that. As long as they have their key abilities, they're happy with those situations. RSG PH get the tower in the XP lane, and it looks like it's a free lord for the Raiders, a free turtle for the Raiders.
Not only all that, but yes, again, gold lead now in RSG Philippines' favor. They're grabbing this turtle, just like you mentioned, and all the while, I mean, this is also taking some attention off this gold lane. Emon playing a lot more, I would say, safely. As you can see, he's already a lot of the times taken down to half health here against Benny Cutie, but here in the mid lane,
that's a knock up onto Light. Wild charge, everything but the kitchen sink thrown out. I'm offended, but Benny Cutie hits him with a ball right in the head. Knocked out. Light is going to go down 4-2, but still RSG sitting pretty at 1,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, it was a roamer they got. They committed a lot, but it will allow this movement in the bottom lane here. Yaoi to be able to help out Benny Cutie just a little bit more. Eman actually has had a relatively good time in lane despite losing that duel earlier to Benny Cutie. But Benny Cutie being able to rotate the map a little bit more, has 2 kills under his belt. Let's see what RSG Philippines will be able to do in this side of the jungle of Echo.
Benny Cutie's gonna hurt here, and again, running with this weapon mastery here, everything will start to pile up. You're gonna see that transition too, where Benny Cutie is gonna be that main focus of damage. Yaoi might be trying to find something here.
Oh, forced it.
Defensive wild charge.
Light though.
You hate to see it. Oh no, Demon Kite got his eyes on Sanford. Rather, Sanji. Sanford's all the way over there. They're gonna force this fight because here comes the Phoveus. Light very low. They pop that tier 1 down bottom. Nats also bothering Kyle Teasy away from his purple buff. Was that a force retribution? Yes, it was, with a chains up, flame shot, demonic force. They're not gonna take down Nats. He throws up the RSG amount. He's proud to receive another chains. Can he do it this time? Light here to the rescue. And a demonic force proc, but it's enough to save him. Carl TZ punished by Demon Kite, and they're still going behind tier 2. Here comes the cavalry. Eman and Aqua, it's a lot of damage. Sanford, no!
Man, is a DK for DK, a double for Demon Kite and Echo. Now they're the one showing a little bit of over-aggression with that chase down.
My goodness, the amount of time Nath just bought there single-handedly to allow RSG Philippines to make a play out of it and could possibly just take this Lord.
Dude, what do we say to the god of death? Nats the day.
Nats
Nats the day. Look how free this Lord is. And they're gonna take Yaoi along as well. The demonic force ain't gonna do nothing. Sanji goes too. But they do get a shutdown on the Demon Kite. Kautizi's still here. Not on my watch. Benny Cutie takes down Light as well. The shadows of their mistakes overextending and now biting them in the behind. They're gonna push this lane. They're gonna punish Eman. Down he goes. Benny Cutie. Goal! Goal! That's a double kill for the Bagyo.
As I said, at one point in this game, those early 2 kills, this weapon mastery, Benny Cutie, the Storm, is gonna come online, and here it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, Echo call themselves the House of Highlights, but RSG PH and Echo continue to put on a show. This is the match of highlights we're witnessing right now. Action after action. My goodness. Let's take a look at the items already. A Berserker's Fury and an Endless Battle only, actually. For Benny Cutie's Bruno, that's how much that Bruno hurts. Only 2 items. On the Melissa, Windtalker, Demon Hunter Sword on the way to a Berserker's Fury himself is Eman. Now, even though RSG PH got the Lord, Echo committed the right play to go for the counter punish to minimize the impact of a potential Lord push.
And now from this, with all that being said, more items gonna have to be picked up here for RSG Philippines, especially in the defense department, to deal with this burst damage just coming out from Benny Cutie. They would also highly value a kill on Benny Cutie because he's sitting at 5-0, right? At this point,
shutdown goal to get it.
It's something that RSG Philippines needs, and also the gold lead has been pretty much taken care of at this point.
Yeah, no, the 500, almost nothing, but still, the fact that RSG is pushing out, making the whole map red. Oh no, they catch Eman! The poor young Eman goes down. Carl TZ gets him. Demonic Force pushing away the rest of RSG. Light here gets knocked up with the chains, and Sanford still going on. Slam dunking his way underneath here, 2 down bottom. Benny Cutie and Sanji gonna clean up the wave down bottom. Echo clapping back.
Wow, Yaoi on the grok, rocking the dome of Eman. Yes, when you wild charge like that, even when the go wave is up, you'll be able to get through it.
It's a tough situation here too. As I said, you can see the interchanging between either Yaoi or Sanford giving the go signal, and still they're going to be focusing on the bottom side.
Oh, Shadow Stampede just missing Nats by an inch, but he did pop his consecration to get out of there. Look at this, Demon Kite making like Leon. Rather Chris punching that rock. Yaoi's still alive.
There's Light.
Here we go. Wild charge defensively used. Here comes Light. I'm offended, putting them right where they need them. And Demon Kite gets a DK once more. And Demon Kite gets away with it. Benny Cutie, he's still here. The one-man demolition team taking him down, serving up the double to Sanford.
That is now a double hat trick for Benny Cutie. 6 goals in this game.
My goodness, even with that impeccable placement and positioning from Light, able to set up RSG Philippines, they can't profit off of it. And now here it is, Echo in full control, gonna be taking a Lord, and it's RSG Philippines once again on the defense in game 2.
This is very reminiscent of game 1, dare I say. A good rally back and forth. Swinging momentum here and there. It's not like RSG can't defend. They're actually picking very good fights. Light with that amazing I'm offended almost ruined Echo. But the fact is they missed out on Benny.
Yeah, that Bruno is what they need to get. is what they need to lock down, shut down. With that Bruno gone, their chances of winning a team fight will get higher. RSG, but now a wind of nature is picked up by the marksman of Echo. It'll be up to Aqua and Nats to disrupt and bring down Benicuri as much as they can before Eman and Demon Kite can potentially clean it up.
And so they handle the Lord here in the mid lane. They do lose that tier 2 turret. They've lost pretty much all of them except that top one. They're trying to hold on to it the best they can. But still, like you guys mentioned, the answer is how do you get Benicuri? Here comes the conceal.
Oh, he hits it. The nail on the head, serving it up to Benicuri once more. And the Guardian's barrier, keeping them away from going home. Aqua very low. Sanford gets his cult out, their extra HP pop. Look at the damage on that. Even with the consecration. He hates those balls.
Nats right now feeling like the back of a net. Still able to survive through all that. The threat of Echo is here. Can they end this game here? What will they do in this push?
Oh, very good Highland defense, though, even with just the 3 of them here in mid. Eman, Aqua, and Nats, very, very good at keeping them away. That's one thing I guess you have as Nats is, yes, you can dive deep, but you can also put up a good barrier between Eman and Aqua and the rest of Echo.
Yeah, but I mean, Echo is just doing a great job at putting up a barrier to Benicuri. I mean, wherever he goes, it's either you have to deal with Yaoi on the Grok or, I mean, even the Stampede pulling people away, displacing RSG Philippines. They're having a heck of a time to, again, getting to Benicuri. That is the main goal here for RSG Philippines. Nats doing work, trying to give the vision available to RSG Philippines, but right now it's such a tough matter ahead of them as now the purple buff is also going to be taken from their hands.
Yo, Kite is purpleless. It's Grand Theft Purple here in the House of Purple. Echo owns the map. Echo owns your buff. They're about 5K ahead. RSG, man, they gotta shut down Benny. I guess that's solution number 1. It's so easy to say, but it's so hard to do.
And again, Echo have drafted a lineup that will make Benicuri shine. Game number 1, their Melissa had everything she needed to shine. Now the Bruno has everything he needs to become an all-star in this game. And so far, everything and more. When you have a Phoveus and a Julian with you and a Grok to peel and provide space, you are going to be one happy camper as a Bruno, just kicking that ball away.
Look at that.
Look at the damage here on this Lord.
Rockin' crits, 4 digits.
Demon Kite way too far.
They might just have to give this one up.
Yeah.
They know.
Too fast.
Demon
Too
Kite on
furious.
top side. This could very well be a similar position where we were saying, what if in game 1 that they were able to allow Demon Kite to possibly push another lane, split push, get into the base. This could end up being that scenario. But right now, Echo, they're going to go ahead and manage these lanes, wait for the Lord to come up, and then march into the base.
The biggest problem right now for RSG, the lack of an anti-harass. No item that could potentially lower the damage being dealt out by this Bruno. They had to build other paths. They had to build Athena shields. They had to build magic defense, healing reduction because of the other tools that Echo have. Now at this point, very late into the game, will they have the right tools to potentially get that Bruno down? Can they survive the onslaught of the front line of Echo to potentially even get to the Bruno to finally shut that footballer down?
Well, here we go. We're going to find out. Lord on the top side. They're holding on to these base turrets. Who's going to give the go signal here?
There's a knock up on the Nats while Lord charges into that tier 3 up top. Already the base of RSG PH penetrated. It looks like they have their eyes on mid lane this time, unless Echo's thinking of a kill. Can they? There's a conceal play by Yaoi, the lover boy, looking to get one. Benicuri smashing that inhibitor, making easy work of it. Eman, oh, there's a wild charge, displacing Demon Kite with a slam dunk competition.
Sanford.
All already committed by Sanford. No more extra life on him. There's a knock up, giving space for Sanford to retreat. Echo happy with the 2 tier 3 turns they took.
Again, the layers upon layers of crowd control and in game number 1 has translated into layers upon layers of dive. So much dive that RSG needs to deal with, that even though it looks like they'll find an opening to turn a team fight around, suddenly they have to disperse. They have to watch their positioning, space themselves out, put themselves further away from Echo, further away from being able to damage, because you've got a Phoveus just jumping all over your head.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the hardest thing here for RSG Philippines is juggling with all the layering that's happening and being thrown at him, right? I mean, you have to worry about demonic force, you have to worry about that wild charge, and meanwhile, while all this is going on, you're like, man, how do we get to Benny Cutie? And then when you actually get to him, the cult altar is popped, you have to disengage again. So constantly, RSG Philippines on the back foot here, and this, again, they're gonna kind of be forced to just play from their base and hope that they don't get set up by most likely Yaoi. Once that conceal, that wild charge play comes out, it is going to be crucial for them to disengage from that and live through it and then start from there. The thing is, in 20 seconds, that next Lord is going to be up. Do they actually want to contest this one? Because if that one does get taken by Echo, it's going to be much harder to not let it be a game-winning Lord push.
It's a miserable situation that RSG is in because, yeah, they can win team fights, but they have to be inside the base. But also, they're thinking, yo, we can't give him this Lord anymore. It's too much already. We're going to lose all our turrets, and the next thing we know, Benny's can balls into our base. That's where RSG is right now.
Oh, they're going in. Demon Kai making his way too. Also, Benny Cutie has the immortality available now as well, so it's going to be even harder here. But they're fighting for space. They might just reset the Lord for now. Both teams know how crucial this could be because honestly, if somehow RSG Philippines does take this Lord, it's even going to be a great push for them despite everything that's happened in the past 5 minutes or so.
The confidence that RSG is showing, man, it's not like Echo has 6K ahead. It doesn't feel like it because of how they're forcing the issue here. But wait, Demon Kai's a little too far off. They can't contest this.
Yeah, they won't be able to. Demon Kai showed himself up top. Echo can just rush this Lord.
They know.
Sanford with the demonic force, and Benny, Cutie, and Carl, of course, just raining down the damage. But Aqua! What? There's shenanigans, skullduggery, manipulation, schemes afoot. How did he do that at the cost of light? I'll take that any day.
Aqua's popping. Aqua's locking. Aqua's stealing.
That's a victory walk.
That's a victory walk. Yeah, skip. Go ahead, skip, Aqua.
I got away with it.
You deserve that.
What?
They're still going.
Saving the game for RSG at a clutch moment.
And they take down Carl Teasy too. It seems like that steal. It seems like that steal has thrown off Carl Teasy, and now it's all RSG. What?
Well, right now, this is going to be the Lord taken care of very quickly. But look at RSG Philippines trying to get a placement. Yaoi has the information here.
Let's see, can he?
Oh,
they still have Benny Cutie. Wild charge on the 2-1. It's Eman, puts up the go away. Fails onto that demonic force. Can they go? Can they go, Benny Cutie? Sanford just displacing Eman. One more, and he does. Demon Kite in trouble this time around. Sanford goes up, continues the demonic force, and it's all right. Great recovery here by Echo.
And the game continues, ladies and gentlemen. Excellence in execution by these two championship caliber teams.
Man, again, the fact here is still they could not get to Benny Cutie. I mean, with all that happening for RSG Philippines, they did whittle down that gold lead. At one point, it was about 7K. So that massive steal for the Lord. But the downside is they didn't even get to those base turrets just yet. So at this point, RSG Philippines still on the defense. They have to be super careful with this because right now, Benny Cutie's still living large, basically.
Yep.
And at this point, it is going to be tough. Might just come down to another Lord fight.
All right, items right now being juggled around. Aqua just picked up a Winter Truncheon, swapped one out, so he's going to be going for more defense to sustain. He knows a well-timed Winter Truncheon and usage of the ultimate might actually be what RSG needs to win a long and extended team fight. RSG, they're going for a big gamble here, but no. They couldn't get any info in the bottom lane. They think it's way too risky. They're going to go ahead and reset their position, but they've already popped the conceal. Athena shields across the board for RSG, going to help with the damage out of Sanji, Carl Teasy, and Sanford. Meanwhile, on the side of Echo, they've loaded on some blade armors for themselves, but they are fully built. Both teams fully built right now. We're just waiting on the potential last item of light, it looks like. But you're going to be seeing a lot of juggling. Watch out for the juggles of Winter Truncheons, Immortalities, and Wind of Natures.
Yeah, this is so tough for Emon especially because now with the next Lord coming up in just a bit, you know how crucial that's going to be. And like you mentioned, that item juggling is going to come into play here because still, once that ultimate is down, you don't have much more of an escape. You do have a little bit of peel available to you, but what we've been seeing Light do is actually be that initiator, be that one to hopefully set things up, put people in the right positioning so that the rest of the team, specifically even Aqua and Demon Kite, can kind of capitalize on that. So Emon very crucial moment that's coming up here as this Lord is spawned. Carl TZ is going to go ahead and work on it. You also have all these immortalities to work on if you're RSG Philippines against Echo, but let's see who takes this one ahead of us.
There's clear vision on where RSG Philippines is, but it's a long walk for the rest of Echo to come in. Very
blasted.
They pop the immortality on the Yaoi, and there's a cult altar, and there's demonic force. Sanford just flying around. Carl TZ secures the Lord. Demon Kite gets his immortality pop, but look at Sanford. He's going 1v4. Down goes Kite. He's no longer flying, fam. Down goes Aqua as well. Sanji gets his revenge. There's a knocked up chain. Nats as well. And then there were two, Airman and Light. Can they defend here? But Echo, they're feeling it. They are the house of highlights and prodigies, TZs, and TPs. They'll be taking game 2 as well. Match point for the house of Echo.
Wipeout! Wipeout with the Bruno. 10-0-3. Walk on!